Hey friends, it's Marian, and today we're going to be talking about my craft market. The first craft market I actually did one for Halloween this past year. So if you're interested in knowing about my personal experience with my first craft market and my top 10 tips about what I would do differently and what I would tell others to do for the craft market, stay tuned. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little clips of me showing you my craft booth display. I'm going to have links down below, not only to my website where you could purchase this scarf and that Christmas ornament down below if you're interested in supporting and shopping small this holiday season. I'm also going to I think I said it, leave links. Yeah, leave links below. So check out the description box below if you're interested in anything that I'm mentioning in this tip video. I said top 10, but it may, be 11 or 12. But I'm going to try to keep this video pretty short. One of my first things, I'm going to jump right into it. The first things I would say is set your tent up before the show if you can. I did not for a variety of reasons because my tent came a little bit later, so I didn't really have time to practice with that. But if I could have set up earlier, I would have understood how the tent was supposed to put up. So we did have a piece that we was like, where does this piece go? And it was supposed to go in the middle to get the tent point, but it's no big deal. It was fine. And the second thing I want to talk about is being flexible, moving your display around, rearranging your products. I realized that people don't want to go inside a tent. They want just to walk across and see what's on there. And if they walk across and see something within the 5 seconds it takes them to walk across, then they will stop and kind of pick at it and look through. So originally we had the products all pushed in, but then we moved the tables out and we took one of the walls down, and then people were walking even in between the tents and going around, and they were touching and picking things up, and he tried it on the baby or the child or whatever. And I was like, oh wow, this is really bringing customers in. So I was very pleased about that. So rearranging your stuff, being flexible about that, bringing the product to them so they don't have to go inside a tent, because a lot of people don't want to go in the tent. I don't know why. I went inside tents. I didn't care, but some people don't. Bring a step stool, because a lot of times you're grabbing on top of things, trying to tie stuff up or trying to hang products up, and you forget, like, I think I'm tall, but I'm 5'8", but still the tent's taller than me, so it's easier to as well. So I'm just trying to reach up high and look up and do it. So bring a step stool. Also, bring table covers to cover your tables. It just looks nicer. The table covers I like the ones that have a little more flow to it, that just drapes over the table, but the sides go straight down. So they don't really flop around the wind, but you also they don't just go underneath the leg of the table. So it has a little more flexibility, and you can easily put your junk under the table and it's not seen. I like the way that looks. I think choosing natural colors work really well, or whatever your theme is. I chose a really natural color. I want my products to be the star of the show, not necessarily the tablecloth. Um, bring cash because people are going to pay for cash. And then also you want to bring a Square reader or some type of card reader device because you're going to get both of those. Because you have people like, oh, I'm just going to go to this craft market, just kind of look around, something for us and the kids to do. But then they actually get there and they realize, oh, I actually want to buy this. But I didn't like plan ahead and get cash. Oh, do you have a card reader? Yes, I do. So always have a little card reader. You can get a free one with Square where you can put in your phone jack of your phone, or you can buy the nicer ones that you just do the tap or what have you, or the scan. So whichever one you want to do. I did a tap one because I didn't want something sticking out my phone. But that was just me. Speaking of your phone, bring a solar charger to charge your phone. I have a little one. You guys know I go camping. If you follow my other channel, you've seen all my camping adventures. And I have all the things. Bring a little solar charger for your phone. And also, along with bringing those little extra things that help bring a porta potty kind of system, if you're out, especially if you're outside, because the porta potty line are long and you don't want to have to wait forever to use the bathroom or use the bathroom after hundreds of people then use it. So it's really nice to have like a little setup. I just had a black single pop-up tent with a bucket toilet in there, and I put it right behind my tent. I had a wall up so you didn't see it. The person behind me had their banner and their wall up so you couldn't see it in between the tents, and it worked out wonderfully. With that, also bring your own lunch. You can buy lunch, but again, you're waiting in line to try to go buy lunch or try to track somebody down to go get lunch for you, and you're just sitting there hungry. Are you losing potential sales because you're not able to sell anything because you're away? The next thing I would say is be friendly with your neighbors. Our neighbors let us borrow their hangers, and we use those hangers to put our bags and sweaters and other things on. So that was a mental note for me, like, oh, hangers are clips to hang stuff on. Didn't think about that. I had rope to like put things through, but I didn't have like hangers. I didn't think about that. So you're friendly with your neighbors, maybe they will give you like hangers for you to use during the show. Having some like sign up information for people to sign up for your email subscription list, like for your website or blog, will be super, super helpful, because that's a way that you can constantly communicate with your clients about what you're launching out or the next actual craft show that you're going to do. I use Shopify as my website, and Shopify offers you the ability to have a blog plus your shop on the same platform. So for me, it's really great because I can make a blog post about a new market that I'm going to participate in, and I can show new product on there, and that can be emailed out to the people who sign up as my email subscription list, and they can see what I'm up to, which is really great because that's a way to constantly communicate with them, because email has been around from the dawn of time and it's going to be here even afterwards. So that's a reliable source that you can constantly communicate with your customers. And I personally found out, at least in the next one, a banner over business cards was a lot more beneficial for me. I had almost nobody ask me for a business card, but I've had several people commenting on my banner and taking pictures of my banner. So even if you have a banner and then have your what's it called, QR codes printed off, so people can like take pictures of it, whatever your socials links are or your website is, have those out, and people can take a picture of that, and that's on their phone, and they can always go back and reference. They can share it on their Facebook pages, they can share it on their social media sites, they can send it out to their friends. A card can be lost in the bottom of a pocketbook and not to be seen. I'm not saying don't make cards, but what I'm saying is that you had to pick and choose, especially your first market, what you're going to pay for. I paid for a nicer banner versus paying for all these business cards for me to have sitting here or watch them be blown around in the wind. The next thing I will have on my list is having a variety of prices and products. So we had very high-end products, things that were like $50 and up a little bit, and then we had things that were lower price, like my little scrunchies and headbands, great stocking stuffers. thinking about the holidays, what can you easily give like your coworkers that you don't necessarily want to spend so much money on, but you want to do something special for them, or you want to combine gifts together. So definitely think about what can I put on my table that will bring people in. They want to spend a little money to support, but don't necessarily want to spend like $40 or $50, because you're going to get those people who spend that kind of money, but then you're going to get people who don't want to spend that kind of money. And I think the next thing that I'm going to talk about on there is just try to connect with the customers, but not overbear the customers. You know, you want to speak, hello, how are you? Let me know you have any questions, and kind of leave it there. If you notice they're talking to you more and want to interact with you more, then continue on that conversation. But they kind of like don't want to say much, just kind of back off a little bit and give them space, because sometimes people don't really want to be talked to that much, or they may be shy or a little introverted, or they just really want to look and they don't want to feel like they're being hovered over. So I just kind of like to say my piece, and then I'll back away a little bit, wave and smile, and allow people to kind of, you know, ask me more questions, have prices out. I don't know how many times people asked me how much something was, and I had a price listed right there on top of the product. So I'm kind of like on two-way street when it comes to that. I don't know, because I feel like you should have your prices on your products. I had tags, and I also had these little chalkboard signs, but people still, I felt like, asked me, and or they'll ask me for sizes. With the headbands, I offered a variety of sizes, which is another tip. Like if you do something like a headband or like sweaters, try to see if you can offer a little bit more sizes for your customers to kind of pick and choose from. But yeah, people still ask me for prices, even though there were tags on stuff, and I had like these little chalkboards, whatever. So, you know, have your prices out there, because it's helpful for you too, because, you know, I offer a lot of different options with a variety of different prices. So trying to remember things on top of my head, how much each individual item is, can be a little difficult, and I didn't want to say the wrong price. But yeah, and I think the last thing, and other people have talked about this too, is have like different things at different heights. I had little stands, I had things hanging up, I had stuff flat out on the table, I had stuff hanging off the table. So if you could offer a variety, so your eyes is constantly looking up and down, or down below, it just kind of catches people. You know, if you have some on a lower table, you have the kids who can see it, you have guys who are taller who can see stuff hanging up, so it gives people a lot to kind of look at and stuff. But those are my tips that I have for my first market. Yeah, so I had a really, really great time. It was a really good experience. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I did use a fanny pack to hold my cash, because I did not want to use a actual money box, because I would have to feel like I need to actually watch it. That fanny pack stayed on me the entire time. I didn't lose any money at all whatsoever. Yeah. Anything else I want to mention? I think that's it. I think that's it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give me a little thumbs up, subscribe, and I will be posting another video next week on Thursday. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.